Welcome back to Game On. Now we started off with a look in England, then we've come here home locally to look at the beautifully South African game. Now we skip across to yet another interesting league. That's out in Germany, and Shane comes back, of course, to break down what's been happening in the Bundesliga. Shane, they take a nice 3-week break during the coldest time of the year, I think, out in Europe, and match day 15 delivered 37 goals, the most impressive match day so far.
Yeah, you know, they're very clever in taking their break over this period, but you know, the big problem, is for some teams it's a good thing, for other teams it's not. Like if you're on a roll, you want to keep going, that's not good for you. But for the rest of the teams, you know, the ones that are struggling, it's a good time to have a break. And yeah, lots of goals, and that's one thing I like about this league, which is my second favourite league in world football. There's always a lot of goals, there's always a lot of entertainment, and it's a brilliant league to watch. Two of the top teams.
Two of the top teams, you do say. Last year's champions, Leverkusen, within touching distance, which is quite impressive to say, against Bayern Munich, who lead the log standings right now. The fact that those two are battling it out in the fashion that they are and it's close always makes it interesting. Eintracht Frankfurt at the spot. No surprises there for you in the top three?
Frankfurt is a bit of a surprise. You got your Leipzigs and your Dortmunds who are right there as well, but they're a bit of a surprising third. But with Bayern Leverkusen and Bayern Munich, you know, two young coaches, two coaches with a lot of ambition. You know, we all thought Alonso would be able to do it again, and just showing that he can, and that's a good thing. They're on with distance of Bayern Munich. But it's an interesting league to actually watch, you know, and what can we say?
Well, Bayern away to Borussia Mönchengladbach. It must should be an interesting game, and a game where they're away from home.
Away from home, but you know what, Bayern are Bayern. And if you're a betting man, and that's what I like about this league, is if you look at the way Bayern have been playing, they score goals in both halves. So if you want to take a bet, you go Bayern to score in both halves, you know. So for me, they're going to have too much ammunition. Just my only worry is that break that they've had. But for me, I think they'll have too much ammunition. Hopefully, Kane will be back from his injury as well.
Well, Eintracht Frankfurt will be hoping to pick up 3 points here, but they, like Bayern, are away from home. They're up against St. Pauli.
Yeah, they should get the job done. St. Pauli haven't had the greatest of seasons, and Eintracht Frankfurt are going fairly well, third on the log, you know. So I can't see anything but a result for them.
Well, Leipzig, Werder Bremen, that should be for an interesting watch at the very least.
A great game to watch.
Yeah,
Leipzig are one of those teams that have been disappointing this season. When I say disappointing, they normally right up there in the top three. So for them, they want to put that behind them, start getting results, start getting wins going forward. I think they'll win this one.
You speak of Leipzig, one also has to speak of how well they've gone about scouting and finding some of the best young talent out in Europe to come and represent them.
But that's been their biggest problem is, you know, they find these players and they sell them on. And they are a selling club, and that's been their biggest problem. You can only do it for so long and it catches up with you.
But you know, some of the players
they find brilliant. I mean, they're playing all over Europe, you know. So, but I'm just saying that is the biggest problem. They're not holding on to those players. Hopefully now, with Klopp part of the whole group, maybe that'll change.
And now, let's talk about what, of course, is a huge talking point in the festive season here in South Africa. And of course, it's the Akasi Games. There was the El Clasico out in Vosloorus. Let's find out more about that. Brought to us, of course, by Hollywood Bets.
The people of Vosloorus may not have much, but they are hard-working people who live for the game of football. They are more than fans. They are the lifeblood of what we do. Together with Hollywood Bets, it's our job to put the best spectacles. This is El Clasico. My name is Vincent Kompany. I'm the founder of the El Clasico Cup. To me, this is more than just football. It's about bringing families, communities, and friends together over a period of time during the December holidays. The El Clasico Cup takes on 24 teams. We seed 8 teams from the previous edition, and then we welcome in 16 new teams. So with the new 16 teams, they battle it out for each other. The last 8 teams from those 16 go on to meet the last 8 that were seeded. So in the second half of the tournament, we see 16 new teams that play over 2 legs. And then once they knock each other out, they go through to the quarterfinals, and then a straight knockout from there.
The vibe is special because you understand ukuthi abantwana bavadile esikoleni kunabantu abavakashile basuka eKZN, abanye bafika labadlali, abanye bafika lababuke, so they get to vibe with abantu aba-different, you know. I-Hollywood Bets la ihlanganisa abantu abaningi, ihlanganisa amakasi amaningi because kunamakasi asuka endaweni ehlukahlukene ezohlangana la eForce. So it's a battle of amakasi. It's also a battle of pride nejoy yokuthi ngiphuma kweliphi ikasi elingcono ukudlula elinye ngedisk. So i-Hollywood Bets iphakamisa yonke leyo nto.
Thina sikhule ngama-70s and 80s. Ama-tournaments anje wawungeke wathola, especially uma ngabe ubheka ukuthi kusuke inkampani efana njenge-Hollywood Bets izofaka imali yayo kumanje. Thina we never had that opportunity. And when I see companies like these coming in who kasi football, who shoot grassroots soccer and put in their money, ngicabanga ukuthi our football can only go up. The standard can only go up.
The story of El Clasico is a beautiful one. We have been here before, and players like Aguero and Blackberry took center stage that time. In 2024, however, our focus was purely on this magical sport and the brand built by Gefense and his team. The action on the field was entertaining, and after many hard-fought battles, a few big teams getting knocked out along the way, and some new names rising to the top, there could only be one winner, and that came down to Umswenko and Viafoslu, the local favourites. The match ebbed and flowed, but an early goal from Viafoslu put them in the pound seat. Viafoslu could have easily wrapped up the contest on several occasions, but they were particularly wasteful in front of goal. Over the entirety of the game, Umswenko had no answers, and ultimately it was Viafoslu who got the job done.
I'm extremely happy, like I'm out of words. I don't even know what to say. Honestly. It was exceptional. Like the gents fought, like we fought till the last missile. So it was exceptional for me. They were great, the gents put in their teams, coming into December, like to work extra hard and remain disciplined. I mean, it's exceptional.
Amakasi tournaments are everywhere. You know, they're not in a specific cast, they're everywhere. Akona Soweto, akona Etrishville, akona everywhere, Pitori, KZN. There's literally a Kasi tournament everywhere. So you don't have an excuse not to go.
Thank you to Hollywood Bets for helping us put together a great tournament. For us, this is just the beginning, and we look forward to working with you guys again in 2025.